Hi there. Looks like we're live. Anyway, if you were just watching me on Twitter or Instagram, then you saw what I just did. And for anybody that doesn't, the thumbnail today is going to seem really, really strange because it's pretty much going to look like I'm taking a selfie. Not the case, though. Not the case. What it is I've decided that aside from like this, like the YouTube channel, that I will try to utilize aspects, because I'm not the best Twitter. Hey, B-Movie Archives. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my my Twitter and my Instagram at times to shoot little pre-videos and behind-the-scenes videos before I start. That's why if you're looking at my Twitter today, just before I did this, I literally did up the, you know ahead of time what the topic was going to be, because I wrote up the topic right here, live on Twitter while I was doing this, and I actually took a picture of me making a video on Twitter before I started this video. Anyway, tonight we are going to dive into my Steelbook Blu Ray collection, and I do have a few of these, and we'll go from other places from there. Maybe we can talk a bit about the Criterion channel, about some upcoming sales, and as always, we'll probably find a way to dive into one of my favorite companies, which is Vinegar Syndrome. Now, before I do that, though, I do have a movie recommendation for you, Blu-ray, that I think should be in absolutely every one of your movie collections, especially Kiss Bloody. Oh, I haven't seen that one in a long time, Movie Archives. I've actually got to rewatch that. I've only got the DVD of that, but I don't have the Blu-ray. And I got the old DVD, so I'm not quite sure of the quality, but I got to check it out. I think I got the old Giallo edition from Anchor Bay. I think that's where my Case of Blood Irish came from. So I'm a little behind on the Blu-rays of those. But one movie I can recommend that I thought was really fun, the edition of it's actually really good, is I watched Abominable last night. And if you've never seen Abominable, it was like one of those, I think maybe one of those sci-fi or something like that style movies that came out, and it's a horror movie. Basically, it's Rear Window with an abominable snowman type creature. I'm not even joking. And I know when you hear that premise, it sounds like it's going to be something that's going to be utterly ridiculous, but it's not. It actually works really well. Of course, the suit is what the suit is, but I actually enjoyed it, and I do like the way that they had it done. It's brown, yeah, brown instead of black. See, it doesn't have the black gloves. Discount killer. No, but no. Have you seen Abominable, B-Movie Archives? Because MVD Rewind put this one out. It is a great addition, and aside from that, it has some great features. One of the features is a short film, and it stars Ray Park, Zachary Levi, Malcolm McDowell, and Kane Hodder. So if that doesn't intrigue you, I really don't know what will. Because that's a neat little like bonus on there. Hey, you're Thirsty Wolf Man. Welcome. Abominable. If you don't have it, you got to get it, man. It's really good. And there's a little short film, which is like his college film that he did in university, basically, called Shadows. And short, really neat. Not the best movie for me to watch when I'm standing here by myself, though. I'll just leave it at that. But a lot of great stuff in that one. Definitely check out Abominable by MVD Rewind. It is my it's my pick of the night, and could very well be my pick of the week. Howdy, John. How's it going? Yeah, with Lance Henriksen. What a great cast. I mean, you got Matt McCoy, who's fantastic in the film. You got Lance Henriksen. You have Tiffany Shepis, who actually was pregnant at the time, I think, when she made that film. Well, not showing, obviously. Was very early in stages, because she, of course, she's the one that does the obligatory nude sequence for the film. God, Dee Wallace Stone is in that one. Definitely, man. If you haven't checked it out, check it out, because fantastic. And MVD Rewind, I've been so impressed with them so far. Everything that I've watched, I really liked, and their features have been incredible. I spoke to the Coettes. Hey, Movie Madness. Oh, actually, yeah, definitely I'll check that out. Congratulations. Welcome to YouTube. the Collettes do like a they're a fitness couple, and they've actually been here a few times. And if you haven't seen their channel, definitely check them out. And I actually recommended it to them. They told me that Showdown is really good, and I do have Showdown, so I do want to watch that one. But my better half really wanted Showdown, so I had to wait for her for that one. But yeah, 13 Wolfman here has a channel too, Movie Madness. So check each other's videos out for sure, because I often check you both out. Well, first time for you. Here we go. I am going into my Steelbook stuff. So you guys want to look at Steelbooks? Now, as always, this is a movie club. Just make sure that Blue Movie Archives, that, you know, just because this topic starts, we go all over the place. Always feel free to ask ask any questions or give any comments, and we go from there. When I feel, I do only have a few compared to like people's like Movie Cave Dave. Remember Movie Cave Dave, right? There's like the king of steelbooks. He's got like so many. I got a few here, so I'll show you the ones I got. I got some regular ones. I got a Snaps. I got some Arrow. So some different ones to show you guys. Start off with some of the normal stuff first. So this is Hannah, Adapt or Die, and of course this is the film. There's a TV series on Amazon Prime called Hannah. I don't know if it's about the same thing or not. I really wouldn't know. Has anybody seen it? Is it, or is it just a name? Maybe it's just a name. Anyway, Amazon Prime is a show called, oh, is it a remake of the movie, really? Okay, then I would actually be interested in seeing it. But this is the original film, and I do like it when they have like pictures and stuff on the inside of it. It's just a nice little touch. All of them don't do that. Some of them are just kind of plain, but this one actually does. So I do recommend checking this out, and probably checking out the Amazon Prime. I'll check it the first couple episodes, and I'll let you guys know. I don't have many of these comic book ones. I think this may be the only one, but I have the Assault on Arkham, Batman, the Suicide Squad one, the actual good Suicide Squad film. This is actually I really do like this one. I actually wish I had more DC Steelbooks when it comes to the... Exactly, when they have pictures from... It just adds a little bit to them, right? Of course, this is Arkham on the outside here. And I'm a geek for these things in here, so anytime this is shown, like... Picture band classics. Oh, really? Actually, I'm not going to lie, 13 Wolfman, I'm probably going to watch one of those videos afterwards, because I kind of remember what you're talking about, and I kind of want to see it again. Scarface Steelbook. It's just like the original poster. Oh, that is so nice. I love Scarface. I have a Scarface Steelbook too. Maybe, let's see if we got the same one. So, this is Sucker Punch. And this is a film by the controversial director Zack Snyder, who didn't used to be controversial until he got to the DC universe. Okay, so apparently I've never opened this before, because it's got a digital copy on the inside of it. Yeah, I know how you feel, John. I got into collecting steelbooks a little bit, but I don't collect them unless they really stand out. When I was at I think it's a fun film. When I was at Future Shop, and we had Future Shop here in Canada, I would get more steelbooks then, because I really like Future Shop, and I love the atmosphere that I had any time I went in there. If anybody's Canadian, they probably know what Future Shop was. Now, they were bought out, of course, by Best Buy, which I've worked at Best Buy before actually, which unfortunately does not have as good of a atmosphere, at least in my area. Though there's a good one in Halifax, I got to say, they're really, really good there. It's got a really kind of like cool atmosphere. So I actually have a Shout Factory Steelbook. I actually forgot I had this, and this is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So I definitely got to get Bogus Journey. I really love Bogus Journey. That's my favorite of the two Bill and Ted movies, actually. And I'll be honest, I know there's a Bill and Ted movie coming out soon. I have zero expectations, because the characters do kind of lend themselves to the 80s and to kind of a youth dynamic. I actually found this at Walmart, actually, the Steelbook band. I think it's Walmart. Oh, the Carpenter Steelbooks. I don't have any of those, but they do look sexy. And let's see if there's anything on the inside of these. All right, well, there you go. Pretty radical. I kind of wonder how it's gonna be. How if it's not gonna come across as, you know, two older dudes being like totally radical. It's like me going in there and trying to come up. There's a scene in one of those like High School High or something like that movies. Yeah, Force, exactly, John. Where you, what's it? Is this Steve Buscemi or something like that? Comes up like with a hat on and a skateboard, and he's like, you know, hey there, fellow youngs. I just worry it's going to come off kind of ridiculous. It's like, in its time, for what it was, dude, where's my car? Okay. Do I want to see a modern day sequel to Dude, Where's My Car with Ashton Kutcher and whoever the hell the other guy was that played in that film? No, I don't. It's not something that I long for. Okay, so this is Gone with the Wind. I have a few different versions of this one, but I got the Steelbook actually really, really cheap, like for 50 cents or something like that. It was at a yard sale. But it was gorgeous. I couldn't pass it up, even though I already have Gone with the Wind in many ways. And this is just, of course, just the movie. They did fix everything. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, Keanu Reeves is, you know, some people don't like. I like Keanu Reeves as an actor, so we'll see how he does. This is the one time that I had a couple of different like copies of Gone with the Wind, but I could never get the one that had all the features. Right? So, you read the book, really? I haven't read the book in ages. So what I did was I actually went on iTunes, and it was one of the movies that had the iTunes extras. So I said, okay, I can't find all the features, so I'm definitely going to go out and I'm going to find it. And I got the iTunes extra version, and it had all the extra films, and like, you know, because there's another film on the in the big disc of big set of Gone with the Wind. Actually, the Search for Scarlett O'Hara, which was actually really cool. I actually like that. So this is the Scarface book, Steelbook that I got. I'm not sure. Similar to yours or completely different? So I picked this one up, actually at my Best Buy on. Keanu Reeves is a fan. That's the thing. When you find out all the cool stuff Keanu Reeves does, Keanu Reeves is like legitimately like an awesome guy. Hey James, welcome. We're doing Steelbooks tonight, which I'm sure you have way more of than me. So this one here, one of the big things about this one is that it has, for me anyway, I love Scarface, but I also love the original Scarface. And the original Scarface is right here, the one with Paul Mooney and like Boris Karloff. It also has these here like cards that kind of remind me of like the cigarette cards. Hey, Alvin. The inside's the same. I love these here cards. Like they're all 10 or 12. Some of the ones I got actually, well, I know at least one of them I got from you. Because, well, you'll see. River's Edge. I don't have River's Edge, actually. I really do need to get that. I love River's Edge. The original poster. That sounds nice, actually. Did it have the cards and stuff in it, too? I'm a sucker. I might grab that anyway for the poster art. But yeah, River's Edge has always been a favorite of mine. It's one of those movies that it sticks with you. And it stuck with me like a long time after I watched it. Obviously, it came out when I was younger. I was the target demographic for River's Edge, I think, at that period. This one is one of the Walmart Christmas ones that I got. I think I only bought one of the Walmart Christmas ones. So Scrooge, because I actually really do like this movie. Yeah, these are Blu Ray. Came with the digital download. I'm not sure if mine did. Oh yeah, all these are Blu-ray. If something's not Blu-ray, I'll signify it. I think that the second disc for Scarface is actually a DVD, which is the other film. So let's open it up. I don't know if there's a picture. Yeah, kind of a picture. So yes, there's a picture, but it's a little lame. So it's the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. This is one I did grab at Future Shop, and I'm pretty sure this one is pretty. Yeah, it's blank on the inside, but this is Fast and the Furious. We should see some pictures in chat. Can you? You know, that would be awesome. That is something that. Unfortunately, this one here is pretty standard. That's something they should look into because that'd be really fun. I guess the reason partially behind that is because, you know, you get like trolls and you get some pretty nasty pictures type thing. So I can kind of understand that. That snaps release. Yeah, you got all this. You got the really good snaps releases, don't you? Hey, Paul, welcome. 3 seasons of Ash vs. Evil Dead on Steelbook. Nice. Fast Furious 5 on Steelbook. That's actually the only one I got on Steelbook. I was going to grab them all, but then I just found them like on with nice kind of like shiny slip covers at when we had Target here in Canada for a short period of time, and I just grabbed them all there. I just got to get the latest one actually. Subscriber only, yeah, like something where you can actually, you know, where you can actually kind of vet what's coming through with stuff like that. Now this is the Jurassic Park. This is the comic book, you know, the comic book panel steelbooks that they put out. They put out a nice few of these. They all, you know, all pretty standard. Did they put out a Flatliners steelbook? I actually like Flatliners. Is that the original? Because it got to be the original. 24-hour waiting periods. There's got to be something that they can do for stuff like that. That's like when there should be a way that if somebody just pops in new, that you have to, like, you know, press a button, like for me, for instance, say to actually say that they can actually send messages, which actually isn't too bad. Casino. This one was mentioned last night, actually, so I thought you guys would get a kick out of this. This is a Casino steelbook. You guys mentioned this one last night. Well, mentioned the film last night when you said, what did I like more, Goodfellas or... Oh, thanks a lot, actually. I had a blast doing that one. And our next one, I guess, will be in a few weeks, because I was talking to Brian earlier tonight, and he's doing a lot of podcasting stuff, and super busy. Great guy. Walmart Steelbook Casino. It is, yes. And I just really like this one. Don't dig the color? Well, I guess, make casino table. That type of thing. Getting Kevin Buckaroo Banzai. I was going to get the Buckaroo Banzai one. That's Chef Factory, right? Blade Runner 2049, The Howling, and Life Force. So you picked up some of the Scream Factory ones. Okay, this is the... Now you're going to see the only DVD steelbook that I got in my collection. And that is Dead Snow. I actually bought this one at a secondhand shop. I think it's E1, so I'm pretty sure this is a Canadian edition. I know we do have some like Canadian exclusives here. Next up is one that I think like a lot of people got and probably grabbed it at Walmart. I did. I have so many copies of this film, but I just had to grab the seal because I liked the way it looked. iRobot. Wow. I don't have any Mondo steelbooks in my collection right now. I don't think. Maybe I got one. Maybe I have one. I used to have a bunch of them. Got them from Best Buy. Fantastic. I love that other one. The other one as well. I'd like to find a steelbook for that one, for the second one. So this is the Evil Dead one. What I really liked about this one is a really cheap steelbook. It was at Walmart. You guys probably saw it there. Is that you can see this here. It's done like kind of a poster that, you know, that's been folded. with the poster folds in it. So and that is actually kind of goes paramount across all of it. It's not like a scrape or it's not a mistake. They actually do the fold marks on it, and it's fantastic. So there's pretty standard on the inside. I like the fact that it is black and not just shiny silver. So I don't have the death proof one, I don't think, but I actually I looked at that one a lot. Now, here's one I really like. I don't have the Evil Dead 4K yet. I gotta get that one. I'm so far behind on my 4K, James. You wouldn't believe it. You're like ahead of me now when it comes to 4K stuff. So this is 7. Well, duh. But this is one I kind of dig the, and it's a standard one, basically. Not a lot to it. But it's actually a decent one. And it's another one of those that I picked up, like kind of secondhand. Now this one here, I actually kind of won in a in a contest a long ways back, actually, from an Australian YouTuber, and it is the Blu-ray of Skyfall. This is the Australian Steelbook for Skyfall, which I think is kind of neat. You can see the Australian, like got the logo thing right there. Because I got to have my, I am pretty sure, I think so actually. Wow, 13th Wolfman, you got a really good memory. I have a horrible memory. Now I'm going to show you what is, don't laugh, one of my favorite steelbooks in my collection. And I actually do like this film, so you can hate on me a little bit for liking this one, but I do love this steelbook cover. This is for the House of Wax remake. Of course, it's remake pretty much in name alone. It's a very different House of Wax, and I didn't mind it actually. I thought it was a pretty decent film. It was fun. It was Paris Hilton's in it, and I'm not gonna lie. I don't have any issues with Paris Hilton at all. But again, this is a like either a British or Australian one too. And it's a very, honestly, it's a very, even if you didn't like the film, there's a very sexy looking steelbook, and it catches the eye. What? Stop collecting steelbooks again? All right, so this is the, I like Paris. She kind of started the whole trend when it comes out. So you're gonna blame Chris, right? This is the Zoolander steelbook, and with the quote on the back, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more to life than being really, really ridiculously good looking. And I do actually really like Zoolander. One of my cats, Bruno, actually, very expressive, and he does this kind of Zoolander thing with his face. You can tell I'm a cat person. I'm actually saying that my cat does the Zoolander thing. We actually nicknamed him Zoolander. So when he does it, it's hilarious. Sometime I'll get it on camera. I'll show you guys. Reanimator. I know all about the Reanimator one. The FYE exclusive. Yeah, they did put her in there kind of just to kill her off, and then they kind of promoted the Paris Hilton hatred by saying, watch Paris Hilton get killed. Which, I'm sure she laughed right to the bank with that. So here's another one of these. I guess I had a couple more of these comic book ones. So this is Pitch Black. I actually really do like this film. Thought it was a lot of fun. Pretty standard. See, Blu-ray, DVD. And there's one more of these. Get these out of the way. I find these are actually pretty cool. Comic one. And did you get the Chronicles of Riddick one too? That's the other one I got. I picked these up the same place. I think I got them for really, really cheap. But I just like the look of them. I'm not as big a fan of Chronicles of Riddick as I am Pitch Black, but I do, think it's okay. It's not a, it's not a bad movie. Like, honestly, let's be honest. There's a lot worse. I like the a video game they put out of this. Actually, there's a pretty decent video game for that. Now, next, before I go on to the next one, did everybody hear about the PlayStation 5 today? So, they announced the first specs for the upcoming PlayStation 5. It looks like it's coming in 2020. And it is physical. It's going to have a physical, like, hard drive. So basically, there's discs. So it's not going all digital like some people thought it might, which is good. And they said that it's going to be backwards compatible with PlayStation 4. So if you got a PlayStation 4 and a bunch of PlayStation 4 games, you're not going to have to rebuy them or buy them digitally or anything like that. They will actually work with the PlayStation 5 when it comes out. It is backwards compatible. It's going to be using a solid state drive as opposed to an HDD drive, which is going to be really good for. Let's just say it's going to make things a lot faster. It's got ray tracing, looks to be really good, and it is going to be working with the with your if you bought in PlayStation VR, which I did. PlayStation VR is going to work on that one as well. So it looks to be a really, really good system. Fingers crossed. I'll keep my eyes on what comes up, and as I find out stuff, I'll let you guys know. So this is one of my better ass favorites. She loves. Well, sort of Culture Trini. There is a new Xbox One S. Now, it's not like an Xbox as the next generation of Xbox, but Xbox is putting out their next an all-digital Xbox. And, that could have been a decent thing. Kind of like, remember when the Wii, at the end of their life cycle? That would be interesting, Thomas, if Google does that. Well, Play 4Ks, that hasn't been announced yet. That's something that it was a big mistake, I think, for the PlayStation 4, that I think the PlayStation 5 would benefit with. Because PlayStation's always been that company that's always been on the, when I got my PlayStation 3, I upgraded to Blu Ray then. That's when I started doing it, because I had a PlayStation 3 that could play Blu Rays. I think PlayStation has such a big install base right now that they would gain, 4K would garner a lot of people if just by having the PlayStation 5 be a 4K player. That I know that would be definitely a big factor, because right now I have an Xbox One S, and I'll be honest with you, I use it to play films. I don't play a lot of games on it. I actually use my Switch and my PlayStation 4 mostly for playing games. Hey, Wolf, how's it going? Just talking about the PS5 while I'm going through my Steelbook collection. Barbarella. Yes, I do love Barbarella. And to be completely honest with you, if they announced the PlayStation 5 and one of the things they said was, hey, this PlayStation 5 plays 4K discs, UHD discs, it'll be hard. Xbox would have to do a heck of a lot to get me back. Like this generation, I bought all the systems, but I mightn't do it. Is it really? Oh. So this is Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the awesome mixtape, Volume 1. So this is the first Guardians of the Galaxy Steelbook. It is kind of battered looking on purpose. It is kind of neat. Here's what Click Dust. I got so many games called Trina, I just haven't had the chance to look through yet. We lucked into this, actually. We wanted to get this one. This one actually does have the 3D Blu-ray on it. We got the X. You got the really powerful one, James. And she wanted to get this, but this sold out. And it got really expensive on eBay, right? So we were at like one of our local record shops. And this was there. Like they have a day, like usually 1 or 2 days in the summer, when they'll put out a bunch of stuff, like they'll take from the back room, and they'll put it right out right outside, and you pick whatever you want, $1 each. They had one like this weekend, but I didn't get to go to it. But we found it there. We found this here for $1. That's neat. So you went Xbox 360 and never went back. A lot of people went over to Xbox 360 for the community, like, you know, playing Halo and stuff like that. Oh, I do have another. So apparently I do have another animated steelbook that I didn't realize that I had, but this is Son of Batman. I love these animated DC steelbooks. They look so sexy, man. Silent Running is a really good film. That's an older one. I played Heavy Rain, but I'm back in the PS3. You never upgraded, John? I upgraded. I'm a sucker. I went back and forth. Do I want an Xbox? Do I want a PlayStation? Do I want an Xbox? Do I want a PlayStation? Finally, I got the PlayStation because I was playing games on it a lot. I have PlayStation Live, you know, that. And then I got my Switch. And we came out here and we were thinking about going 4K. So on Black Friday, no, on Black Friday, they put the Xbox One on for like the S for like a really great price, like less than $200. So that day we went out and we bought that, kind of made it part of our Christmas gift, and then we got, you know, the 4K TV. So it just kind of made sense. I don't have an Xbox 360 anymore. I got some other retro consoles. I would like to get a PS3 and an Xbox 360. Gaming laptop. That is a slippery slope, Thomas. World of Warcraft. My better half's her sister was a huge World of Warcraft fan, and she had her character made into a figure. Actually, cost quite a bit of money. This is the Inglorious Bastard Steelbook. You picked up. So Culture Trainee, see, we're on the same wavelength. I'm doing a Steelbook video, and you picked up Steelbook today. I think the 360 was an amazing console, to be honest with you. PS3 was my favorite of that generation because I liked a lot of the Sony exclusives. That was kind of what got me. Ironically, it was the exclusive for the Xbox One, the rare replay one, that got me to originally buy my first Xbox One. It's a fun one. I like this one, actually. I found this one actually at at the same secondhand shop that I found the Hannah one at. And I'm super stoked. So next up is X-Men Days of Future Past. And I do like this one. I think this was a Best Buy pickup. Has like a fan art on the inside of it. It is dangerously addictive. But any game can be dangerously addictive. Oh, Xbox 360 is an amazing system, and I love the controller for the Xbox 360, especially for shooters. So, like Call of Duty, stuff like that. I just liked, it was very cheap when I picked it up. And I'm not a frugal person when it comes to picking up stuff. Like I will, you know, say, okay, I want to grab this. I'll if it's something I really like, I'll just grab it anyway. And I'll just take the crunch. Shivers. This is, of course, Arrow. Is there a kitty in the background? Let's see. He must have walked over there. Bruno photobombing. This is the back. I love this one. I love the Arrow Steelbooks. Of course, because it's an Arrow Steelbook, it's going to have the booklet and just so you, the art card. I love Halo, actually. Originally, though, James, I'll be honest with you. I thought, you know, I like platformers. These shooter things, they're never going to catch. Man, was I wrong about that one. Yeah, actually, this came in from Arrow Video. And it's not the only one. They got a Steelbook. Actually, so did Rabbit. I hate when that happens. My friend used to live close to an airport. So whenever I'd go visit her or her husband, I could hear planes all the time. This one's kind of plain black. So this has the book, And the art card for this one is Milano Calabro 9, which I probably said wrong. Oh, these are, oh, sorry. Never seen Rabbit's definitely worth seeing Movie Madness. There's a remake coming up with the Soska sisters. Actually, they just recently finished it. I'm a fan of Soska sisters. I wasn't big on See No Evil 2 actually, and that has like a lot of great, like what I consider like really cool actors. The next one is going to be one that that a lot of people are going to know. This is the FYE exclusive Reanimator Steelbook, which I love the look of it, but I regret getting it because as I pop it open, you'll see that it only has the first disc, the extra disc with the really, with the other edition of Reanimator, the longer edition is not included on this, which means I'm either going to have to buy this one again, or I'm going to have to, as with its regular edition with the 2 disc, or I'm going to have to wait till it goes down on sale on iTunes and get the iTunes extra version of that. Oh yeah, I definitely agree there. The Soskas, James, are definitely on that Google Doc list. I'd really like to meet them actually. Canada, yeah, Canada rocks. About the box set was the way to go because the steelbook looks nice, but it only has 1 disc. It doesn't have the extra bonus disc, the one that you got, the extra cool disc. How were they? I'm gonna assume 30 Movement that they were like really cool because they look really cool, and they seem like to be really big fans, and comic book fans as well because they're writing a comic book right now. Hey Brian, I don't see on here a lot. Most awesome chicks ever. See, that's what I thought. Are you like diving into the Criterion channel? Is that what it is, Brian? Is that why I haven't seen you recently? We're talking steelbooks tonight, by the way. This is the Theater Blood Steelbook. I picked this up not basically because I wanted just the steelbook, but because this steelbook actually looks way better than the regular Arrow edition of it does. I didn't like the cover for the Arrow like regular edition of this one, so I definitely wanted to get the steelbook. And of course, we got the great Vincent Price, and this is actually one of my favorite movies for Vincent Price. I think part of it is the fact that, acting is kind of what I want. Upgrade your Mac earlier. I got to get a new computer, Brian. It's not. They suggested the interview. They rock. Yet another one on the list of people I want to meet. So this is probably one of my favorite steelbooks from Arrow, and you can't see it, but you can hear it. Actually, on any if you got an Apple or Google device, go where podcasts are. Just to this podcast, I actually guested on 2 of those, and with Brian. Brian does an amazing podcast. Just to this and Pure Cinema. Definitely gotta check them out. This is sexy. One, I love Lucio Fulci, and I really do dig this film. But 2, where did we? I haven't seen the 4K steelbook show up here. Not where I'm at. Maybe at Best Buy. Maybe it's at Best Buy. But as always, these are super cool, super sexy steelbooks. I love Beyond, and what's even cooler is it's got the White of the Eye, which is a favorite movie of mine. Actually, that's the art card that I had with it. But the Beyond may be, my favorite out of all the steelbooks I got here. Actually, there's one other though. But so next up is Life Force, and here I'll do a little bit of self-censorship here. God, it's only an art drawing, but still, just to be sure. I don't have any 4K ones yet. I do have well, eventually I'll get one. On the inside, this is a really nice one too. Got the Light Force Steelbook. You're subscribed to a few streaming platforms. I am subscribed to a few as well. I'm actually going to do a video in the future on on some of these streaming platforms that I do subscribe to, and I'll make a case to how a streaming platform doesn't have to take the place of like collecting physical media. In actuality, it can actually help when you're collecting physical media. Look from here, James. So this is my only snapped steelbook. A very younger Patrick Stewart. Certain person on here actually got me this for my birthday. And at the time, I got this a few days before. My better half was in Labrador. And that's like just outside of, it's like part of Newfoundland, but it's just outside Newfoundland. And I was feeling down the dumps. So yeah, I got this from James, and I actually sat down and I watched the movie and I watched all the features, and I love the Giallo documentary on this, which I'm probably going to watch actually right after I make this video. Actually, no, I'm going to check Movie Madness thing out, and then I'm going to watch this. You've only seen the cut version? So, oh, dude, 13th Wolfman, make it a priority to see this movie in the way it's intended. This is my favorite Argento film of all time. And although, Suspiria is, and Deep Red have amazing soundtracks as well, this is also my favorite soundtrack. And I do love the fact that that the soundtrack, the CD soundtrack, is included here. Simonetti did an amazing job with the soundtrack. And I actually put it onto you've never seen Tenebrae? Movie Madness? Make that something you see. It's a really good one. D'Argento, it's Giallo, and some great kills. And some super gorgeous ladies as well, if you like that. Yeah, Madness has put up his first vid, so make sure to check it out, John. God, see, that's something I got to do. Once I make sure, I got my record player downstairs, and it wasn't working the greatest. I'm not sure if I just need a new needle or I got to buy a new player, a record player. Either way, I need a record player in my life, right? So I haven't collected any new vinyl recently. I actually came across those John Carpenter ones not too long ago for really cheap prices. Dude, you have way more than I have with the streaming stuff. I only got I've got Criterion Channel and like has an actual pay ones, Shudder and Netflix for now. Waiting for Disney Plus. The Basket Case, the trilogy. This one came out by Second Sight. As you guys are probably familiar with the Second Sight, they do a lot of these big things now, like the When Stranger Calls and stuff like that. I think they did Cujo. So this is a really good one. It's pretty plain on the inside. Actually has some great features on here as well. It is. I mean, the second one was okay, as for in the sequels. The third one, I think I liked a bit better than the second one. It's been a while since I've seen it. I didn't actually. I've seen that steelbook, but I've not in person. I've seen it online. I actually missed out on that one. But the third one was actually so. All right. Did we freeze up? At least we froze up on a cool picture of Basket Case, though it unfortunately creepily looks like I'm leaning in to give you all a kiss, which is not what you want to see on here. Okay, so let me go ahead and do the 4 that you can't see. What you're not seeing right now, by the way, it's gold. It's pure gold. No, is the limited edition Return of the Living Dead Steelbook. I'm trying to see if this is going to unfreeze. By Second Sight, which is an amazing steelbook. I suggest looking it up because you can't see it on here, unfortunately. One that I did get from James. We're in podcast mode now. And that is Takeshi Mikai's Audition, which is a fantastic film. Guys, I'm literally like pointing this at the camera in case it comes back on. You probably won't. We've had a lot of like wind and like rain issues here recently. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I don't have that one. And I do have like I got the Demons and Demons 2 Steelbook from Arrow Video. And really big fan of that one. I would like to have got the Synapse ones, but they were kind of pricey. And last but not least is a movie that's going to become a TV series, actually. And that is Terry Gilliam's film, Time Bandits. And it also came from Arrow as well. Not really. Basically, we recently, Brian, what's happened is we've had like some issues. Like I got fiber optic. My internet's about as good as expensive as you can get normally. But we've had some some storms and that recently in the area. So I kind of expected, I didn't know it was going to, I kind of wondered if this was going to happen because it was really like super windy outside today. And especially tonight. So I was iffy on whether, should I go ahead with the video, should I not go ahead with the video. But I was speaking with Brian Sauer from Just the Discs. He did actually finish I want to see the Don Quixote film. I think it has Adam Driver in it, right? I'm a big fan of Adam Driver. But I won't subject you guys to this frozen picture for very long. Just admire the Second Sight Steelbook there. Which, yeah, I gotta admit, that is a pretty sexy looking Steelbook. I do like that Steelbook. It's almost like he's coming out, like Bilal is coming out at you there. If you haven't seen Brain Damage and you're like a huge fan of like the basket case films, I would recommend, hey Warlock, I froze up unfortunately. I would recommend checking out Brain Damage because you'll get to see like a little cameo from the characters from Basket Case during the subway scene. So keep an eye out. Once you know they're there, they're hard to miss. And although you don't see what's in the basket in that subway, you do get to see them on the subway when Rick Hurst's character is going on it. And if you've never seen Brain Damage, it's a really fun film actually. Zachary, who was like a horror host back in the day. I don't have the Sin City Steelbook. Actually, I only had 4 more there, and the ones that I mentioned were literally the last of the Steelbooks that I had to show. So, looks like this is going to be like a shorter video. Let's see how my shorter videos do. Recently, I've noticed that a couple of my videos I find it harder. Masterclass for streaming. There's a masterclass one I'm doing actually, but not this year. Yeah, that's the thing. It's been kind of, I haven't seen the new Twilight Zone yet. I'm actually looking forward to it. I got the first 2 episodes queued up to watch, but I'm kind of waiting for my better half to get back to check it out. I'll see if she's seen it over where she's at, and if she's already seen it, then I'll check them out. I'm intrigued. I'm hoping it'll be a good show. I've heard like mixed reviews, but certain places I just don't trust the review of, so hopefully it'll be good. Once I've seen it, John, I'll let you know my thoughts on Twilight Zone. Hopefully it's been good. Hopefully you liked it. But yeah, it's a couple of few of my videos have found it hard to find, like kind of find their footing. They'd get around 150, 160, somewhere around there. Oh, I love Joe Bob Briggs. Yeah, I think that's it. Now, I don't think Bruno wants my attention. I was over like doing like his, thankfully you can't see him now, he's doing his cleaning of himself, which is pretty intense there. I love Joe Bob Briggs. I love his stuff. Well, here we go. since this has gone into podcast mode, and I really didn't have any idea of what to talk about for a podcasty thing. Psychic cat power. He does so good clean. Yes, he does. Cats are such cleanly animals. Well, it didn't come back, but you got to see a few more minutes of that sexy basket case steelbook. Unfortunately, because I made this video upstairs hoping to circumvent what's happening right now, which is the freezing up aspect, I thought if I did make it in the movie library, I had less of a chance for it to freeze up, right? Apparently not. But I thought, okay, it's stormy. I'm going to make it upstairs. That I'm closer to the internet here. All right, my favorite underrated B movie company. That's a good question. Underrated. I can't say Vinegar Syndrome anymore because those guys have really like knocked it out. Like people know who they are. They're really famous. I'm not sure if you consider them like a B movie company. But like as in for like collectible companies right now that I don't think are getting noticed. There's a couple. One of them you're gonna be surprised about, but they're not really B movie companies. If I want to talk like Z movie companies, then you're gonna be a Mon Macabre. But John Steele actually said the one that I was gonna say, which is MVD Rewind specifically. Everything that I've seen by them, and they put out such an eclectic mix of films that I loved every one of the ones that I've watched, and the features have been incredible. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it is sad to know. B.B. Anderson passed away, and the girl that played on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, actually, passed away too. And I cannot, I know her name, but I can't remember it right now. But she's like this wide-eyed, like kind of like this. She plays these innocent like character roles. She was really good at it. But yeah, MVD Rewind for sure. Second Sight, though they're starting to get there in 88 films as well. But no, not Betty White thing. But like one of the one that played like Ted Knight's girlfriend on Mary Tyler Moore Show. But definitely MVD Rewind, and actually Shout Select, by the way. You'd be surprised for a bigger company how many people, George Engel, thank you, don't talk much about Shout Select. I have like on the Just of This podcast with Brian and Rob. I'm going to head out too. Actually, I don't blame you. It's all froze up. Then you'll get to see you'll get to hear some great stuff about some companies. Brian and Rob usually do like at least once a month to do this like 5 pickups each from different companies, and definitely worth the listen. It's really good. So even if you're not listening to Just to This, and hopefully not just episodes time, but listen to it on a regular basis, it really is one of the best podcasts out there. I can't stress that even if I had nothing to do with it, and I'm just a guest. Have a great evening there, people of the archives. I definitely recommend checking it out. The same as with since I'm in podcast mode, same as with the podcast Pure Cinema. A couple other recommended podcasts, the ones that I actually really do listen to. I listen to Screamcast, which does have Stephanie Crawford in it, quite a bit actually. I listen to Shockwaves and Projection Booth. And there's a few other ones that I listen to. I got to get my podcast thing out. Well, and just let you guys know. Anyway, I've kept you here long enough, especially with the frozen, what looks like an odd kissy face. A Shockwaves, yeah, that's the one with Elric Kane. Actually, works with Brian. Graveyard. Never be afraid to pimp your own channels and your own stuff on here. It's kind of expected. Because a lot of you guys here have your own channels and stuff. So make sure that you let people know your channels, and always feel free to if you don't leave it in the talk section, feel free anytime that you got something that you want to show, a new video, or you just want people to to know your channel a bit, to always put like your channel links down below, or any channels that you want to talk about, like the one that you just mentioned there. I don't know if I checked out the graveyard one, but I'm going to put it on my list actually once to check out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you actually for staying even after it froze. I actually really appreciate that, because that's awesomeness. Anyway, everybody, my name is Aaron. You guys are the movie club, and as always, you guys rock. You're awesome, and this would not be able to be the way it is without you guys and the awesome commenting that you guys constantly do. Have a great evening, and I will hopefully talk to you guys soon. And hopefully next time